Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, someone on Instagram reached out to me asking me how I was able to not allow my life experiences to make me bitter, but better. And so today I want to do something different. I wanted to answer this question in this episode in hopes that it will support someone else who may have the same question. So let's jump right into it. You guys know I grew up in a very abusive household and ended up in a New York foster care system at age 16, which literally saved my life. So of course, anyone that's experienced something like that is going to have a lot of anger, and I did. But as I started doing the inner work later on in life, I realized that everything that I had experienced happened for me, not to me. And so I was able to have a different relationship with my story and what had happened to me. And there are lessons I've learned through my journey that there is a lesson in everything. I've learned that life is a classroom and we are all students. And the relationships that we bring forth into our life, that we attract into our life, is for a reason. And it's here to help us heal parts of ourselves that we may not even know needs healing. And at times we do know the healing that needs to take place, but sometimes on a subconscious level, there are things that need to be addressed that we may not be aware of. And so the people in our lives are there to support us in that healing process, right? And so like I once said in one of the past episodes, I believe that relationships are spiritual assignments. People come into your life to support you in your healing process and you help them in theirs. And so through this journey of transformation, I've learned many lessons about my story, who I am, who I'm looking to become, and it has been a source of joy, empowerment, enlightenment, and it wouldn't have happened had I not had the experience I had as a child, right? And so I say that all to say, whatever you've been through in life, no matter how horrific it was, no matter how bad it was, no matter how sad it was, it happened for you to support you in stepping into your purpose. And so when you're going through something, I know it's very difficult to have a different perspective. I know for me, I was angry, and angry is an understatement. I was livid beyond livid about my situation. I wasn't always the kindest person. I was always blaming people who had nothing to do with my life experiences, but they were there. And so it made me feel good to blame somebody because I needed someone to feel my pain. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. But know that your pain is there to propel you into your purpose if you choose to do so. And so, other things that supported me in being better and not bitter, being open to new experiences, being open to new people, self-development courses, self-help books. I think I started out reading self-help books, which led into me being open to transformational workshops, to other programs, from B School to Spirit Junkie to a whole bunch of other types of healing, right? And so I say that all to say, I used to have some serious trust issues, right? And it was hard to be open to new people, new experiences, but I realized that I was better being open than closed. Because when you're closed, it's really hard for you to see what's possible. It's hard for you to get to your end goal of whatever your dreams and your goals are if you're being closed, right? We're not here to do things alone. We are here to support one another and be in service. So whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, it would help if you allow other people to support that vision. But I get it. It's hard if you experience trauma or something very horrific that happened in life, right? And so, trust me, got it. My offer is to stretch just a little bit, just a little bit. Allow people to come into your life, to support you, to love you, to show you how amazing you are, and help you achieve whatever dreams and goals that is on your heart. Because at the end of the day, you are here for a reason. And so if you take a moment and just put your hand on your heart, you feel that heartbeat, right? If you have a heartbeat, that means you have purpose and you are here to do something amazing And you can't do it by yourself. Allow others to support you. I get it. Trust is a big thing. And it was a huge thing for me during my journey of transformation. But I realized that I had to, first and foremost, trust God. Trust that God was going to bring the people, circumstances, whatever it is that I needed to fulfill my goals at different stages of my life. And when I started to cultivate that relationship with God, so whether it's God, the Holy Spirit, Allah, Buddha, whatever it is for you, cultivate that relationship. Cultivating that relationship will support you in creating what it is that you say you want in life. And it'll also serve as a reminder that you're not alone. And what do I mean by that? There are days where I have very long, stressful days, and I'll come home and I'll meditate. I'll sit in meditation and I will just be in my breath. And in being in my breath, I'm able to connect to the Holy Spirit and know that I am not alone because I am connected to Spirit in that moment. And so I say that all to say, as you're cultivating a relationship with God, Allah, universe, again, whatever resonates with you, know that you are always protected. Know that you are always surrounded by love, right? And so when I think back at the beginning of my journey of transformation, it was hard to kind of let go and be open to new experiences, to new people. But I realized as I let go little by little, a shift started to occur. It felt like a breath of fresh air, opposed to being so tight around not wanting to change or be closed or not trusting, right? Because this is the thing that I've learned through my journey. I am better healed than I am wounded. I'm gonna say it one more time. I am better healed than I am wounded. Through being healed allows me to create impact in the world and to share my journey with others who have experienced something similar, right? And to serve, whether it is through coaching or speaking or facilitating workshops or through my foster care advocacy work. I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not had the upbringing, the childhood that I had. And so I say that all to say, it's easy to be mad and be a victim and just be closed to new possibilities, but that doesn't serve you. You're better off transformed. You're better off healing, because healing allows you to open up opportunities and possibilities that you could never have imagined. I've learned through this journey things that I may have wanted when I've surrendered and continued to trust God. Things have happened way better than I could have ever imagined. And that's just the way the world works. But you have to be able to give yourself permission to be open, do the work, and allow yourself to have what it is that God has in store for you. But you gotta step into it. You gotta step into it, even if it's just one step forward. Any movement is better than no movement. Remember that. And so just to recap real quick around the question of how to be better and not bitter based on your life experiences, be open. Be open to transformational work, to workshops, self-development books. Be open to new people, experiences. When you get out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. If you're in your comfort zone, nothing can happen. You already know what's gonna happen because you're in your comfort zone. You already know the play-by-play. But when you step out of your comfort zone, that is where the magic happens. That is where all the things, all the pieces come together to support you in manifesting all the things you say you want and all your heart's desire. How awesome is that? Is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Yes. But you have to ask yourself, how committed are you to the process? Because it's waiting. Life is waiting out there for you. Change your perspective. Whatever has happened to you, think about these things. How did it make you feel? What did it make you think about yourself? And what lessons did it teach you? There's always a lesson. I'll give you an example. Saturday, I went out. I was rushing, trying to get to the gym. There was no trains. There were shuttles that were packed. So I went back home. thinking to myself, how was I going to get to my 9 a.m. boxing class? Now, I have a emergency credit card that I keep in my drawer at home. So I said to myself, I'm going to go back home and get this credit card and just get me a cab so I can keep my commitment to this 9 a.m. class, right? I walked to the building. Who do I run into? A neighbor. He's like, hey Pam, what's up? I was like, can you believe there's no train? I'm trying to get to my class. He was like, oh, I'll take you. I was like, really? Okay. So he takes me to my boxing class. I make it just in time. As I'm leaving and I'm coming back home, I realized I lost my keys. I lost my keys, I lost my debit card. And for a minute, I start to wonder, well, how did that happen? And instead of freaking out, I took a deep breath and I said to myself, well, what is the lesson in this? There's always a lesson being taught to us. We just have to pay attention. And so I apply that to every area of my life, whether it's relationships, personal, business, friends, family. There is always a lesson. Pay attention to the lessons that are being taught to you. It will guide you and it will support you. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to reach out on Instagram, on YouTube, comment down below with whatever questions, comments, concerns, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.